Welcome to the stage, your host for today, Jacob Aduama.
Hello everyone, my name's Jacob Aduama, and on behalf of Volvo Autonomous Solutions, I would like to welcome some important stakeholders here today, such as the Norwegian Transport and Communications Standing Committee, the Norwegian Ambassador to Sweden, Regional Board of Västra Götaland, AstaZero, and of course, those of you joining us live on LinkedIn. This is a momentous occasion for us today, and we're so happy to have you all here. For those of you who will be on site, you'll be able to see autonomous testing in action, as well as see our test track up close. For those of you joining via LinkedIn Live, we'll have some highlights later on. And all of you will get to hear from influential people in making today happen. At Volvo, safety is at the core of everything that we do. So with that in mind, we'd like to go through some safety procedures. In case of emergency while we're outside, we have an assembly point located behind the tent. Heart starter and first aid kit are located in the main reception. And please keep your high visibility vest on at all times. Photos are allowed here at the grandstand. During autonomous testing, please do not climb over the barriers or otherwise enter the autonomous operating zone. And on the bus, please follow the instructions of our guide. Restrooms are located in the main building, and there's a smoking area behind the tent over there. Now, without further ado, let's welcome our speakers who will share their thoughts on how this new test facility is significant for our region, for our industry, and for our partners. I'm pleased to introduce our first speaker for today, the President of Volvo Autonomous Solutions, Niels Jaeger.
Thank you, Jacob, and also a very warm welcome to the site inauguration during a typical November day in Sweden. I'm very pleased to welcome today also very distinguished guests. We have members from the Norwegian Parliament represented here by the Transportation Committee led by Sigbjørn Gjelsvik. I also welcome the Norwegian Ambassador to Sweden, Odd Kolberg, and I'm thankful for our chair of the Västra Götalands region, Helen Eliasson, being here with us today. But I also want to mention that we have here today attendees and representatives from RISE, from Svensk Näringsliv, which is the Confederation of Swedish Enterprises, but also from our development partner Fortelix, and of course our friends from AstaZero, and so many other colleagues and good friends of Volvo. This today is actually a very special day for us and for AstaZero, being able to welcome you to this official opening of our new test site for autonomous machines and vehicles. And what you will see here today is truly cutting-edge technology, and we're very proud and very pleased to showcase later to you what we actually do with this equipment. Now, within Volvo Group, we drive prosperity through transport and infrastructure solutions. Driving prosperity socially, environmentally, and financially means that we strive forward towards our vision with solutions that are 100% safe, 100% fossil-free, and 100% more productive. Let me repeat, 100% safe, 100% fossil-free, and 100% more productive. And I say that because this site here, which we will see, does play an important role as we move forward with our vision. Because through the autonomy, which we test here, we aim to remove people from a hazardous environment, which you see very often in the quarry and mining industry. By that, we can bring safety to new levels in that segment. Now, cutting emissions is one of the most urgent challenges in the quarry and mining industry. And through autonomous transport solution, we actually create the possibility to downsize machines without increasing labor cost. And by that, we can pave the way for electrification. But also in the trucking industry, but also in many other industries, we experience a shortage of labor. And this is also the case for the quarry and mining segment. Very often, quarries and mining mines are at rather remote locations where you often experience a shortage of labor. Now, with autonomy, we can actually help to relieve this workforce challenge, but we also support the productivity targets of our customers by being able to run the system beyond normal operating hours. And this new site here will help us to test and validate the requirements we have from our current customers, but also for future customers. And we do this here in a safe environment, but also in an innovative environment, which sets us apart from other players in our space. Within Volvo, safety plays a core role, and it has always been a top priority for everyone in the group. A safety culture has always been an integrated part of our DNA, and it was us which invented many years ago the three-point safety belt, actually in 1959, and it is estimated that this invention has saved approximately 1 million lives. Now, today, what we are pioneering are new ways to reduce human error through the usage of autonomous technology. With the autonomous transport solutions we're building, our ultimate goal is that we can eliminate harm and risk to people on quarry sites, on mining sites, but also in other industry verticals, like the one we're focusing in addition, which is on-highway trucking with autonomously run trucks. What we offer to our customers is an end-to-end autonomous transport solution, which has safety embedded by design. That means we take care of every aspect of the transportation hauling process from a safety point of view. This can be barriers on a test site, like you see it behind us, but it is mostly important also the virtual driver, which is controlling the vehicle. It is an emergency stop solution. It is using the latest sensor technology as examples. Now, what I want to point out is we're not talking about the future. We at Volvo Autonomous Solutions, we're doing this already today. When you came in, you passed this wonderful reddish truck over there, and that is one of the trucks which we're actually using in Norway at our customer site, Brønnøy Kalk, where since the beginning of this year, we have removed the safety driver and we are in truly fully autonomous mode there. We are very thankful for the partnership we have with Brønnøy Kalk, but we're also thankful to the Norwegian road authorities from which Volvo Autonomous Solutions have received the required and necessary permits to operate there also without the safety driver. We have now produced almost 160,000 tons of limestones in Brønnøy in fully autonomous mode without any safety drivers. And doing this, we actually drove 25,000 kilometers already without a human driver on board. And yes, we do that safely. I also want to point out, we're not doing this with one truck. We're doing this with 7 to 8 trucks, which run simultaneously on that site. Sustainability is another key subject on everyone's agenda. And I believe safety and sustainability are ultimately the same. And in today's world, sustainability is in the forefront of what everyone is thinking about. Now, Volvo is leading the transformation towards zero-emission vehicles and machines in our industry. And we do that by developing and deploying technology with a very strong R&D footprint here in Sweden. But let me also point out that autonomy is not just improving safety. It, of course, also leads to higher productivity levels. And through higher productivity levels and increased efficiencies, we can actually create lower CO2 emissions and have more sustainable solutions. What we will show you today is our Tara solution. You actually see it behind me. Behind me, you see the TA15, which forms part of the Tara solution. That is a machine which is built from the ground up for autonomous use. But it's not just autonomous, it's also electric. And we are, as we speak, in process of introducing this solution to our first customer. And the first customer is Holcim. And we are deploying this solution in a large quarry site in Switzerland. And together with Holcim, we will be able to take out 900 tons of CO2 every year. What we're doing is we're replacing very large diesel equipment with a fleet of the TA15s you see behind me. We call this, we move from elephants to ants. This is a great example how Volvo actually showcases the commitments we have towards sustainability practices also in the mining and quarry segment. Another thing I want to mention, particularly as we're here today, and this is an opening of AstaZero and Volvo together, we have a strong belief within Volvo that the challenges we have around us require us to work in partnerships. No more silos. We actually say that partnership creates the new leadership. And this facility, which we're opening here today, together with AstaZero, is such an example. We, of course, can benefit from AstaZero's cutting-edge expertise in the field of on-site testing, but we can provide them with learnings through autonomy-enabled technology. It is testing facilities like this one here which actually provide crucial safety assurance for the industry, but also for society, as we can ensure that we have secure operations of our autonomous technology. I believe that these research conducted at these testing sites can play a pivotal role in shaping legislation that paves the way for an autonomous future. And shortly you will hear from Sigbjørn Gjelsvik on the partnership between tech developers and government officials that will then lay the foundation for the future of transportation. To conclude, I'm really excited to inaugurate this site today, and I have a very positive mind when it comes to the impact this site will have. So let me summarize again why I believe this site will play a major role for autonomous solutions and for Volvo. First thing is, it will enable the development of safe technology, and here the partnership with AstaZero plays a major role. This site will provide proof points that allow authorities to observe and to assess the maturity of our technology. It will help us to build trust, and that is very important. It will help us to receive buy-in for autonomous solutions, for autonomous technology in our society through the rigorous testing which we can do here in this confined environment. And of course, it will enhance the autonomous ecosystem, supporting then also, which is important for us, the scalability of our business. So thank you all for being here with us today. Your interest, your support, your engagement is highly appreciated, and I hope you will enjoy later what we will show to you in regard to our autonomous technology. Thank you all.
Thank you, Niels, for setting the stage for today. Next, I would like to invite the chair for the Standing Committee on Transport and Communications in Norway, Sigbjørn Gjelsvik, to the stage.
Well, thank you so much. And on behalf of the Norwegian Standing Committee on Transport and Communication, I would like to thank you all at Volvo Autonomous Solution, Niels, and also AstaZero for arranging and inviting us to this event here at AstaZero today. I will also take the opportunity to congratulate all the stakeholders with the inauguration of this testing facility for autonomous vehicles and machines. This will be a great contribution to the development of a safe and sustainable future transport system. Autonomous transport will have a huge impact on the future of transport. It will make traveling easier, improve road safety, and contribute to make a more sustainable transport system by reducing emissions. Furthermore, it will have an impact on how we plan and use our future transport systems and change the way transport businesses and other businesses operate. To be able to take out the full potential of autonomous transport, it is vital that we have trust and confidence in the system. In this respect, facilitating for autonomous transport by extensive testing and trials is of crucial importance. This way we can gain experience, further improve the technological solutions, and benefit from the full potential of the autonomous technology in the future. Thus, it's very exciting to see that Volvo Autonomous Solutions now removes the safety driver in an active commercial mining operation at Brønnøykalk in Velfjord in the northern part of Norway. This is a, This is a big step for autonomous transport, and we are delighted that this is taking place after extensive and fruitful cooperation between Swedish and Norwegian partners. This new testing facility here at AstaZero is an important step in taking the future of safe and sustainable autonomous transport solutions even further. So let me finish by congratulating you all on this happy event, which will be a great contribution for further work on making a safe and innovative autonomous transport system for the future. Thank you all.
Thank you, Sigbjørn, for your perspective on the importance of removing safety driver during our first pilot in Norway. This facility has only been made possible thanks to the great partnership we have with AstaZero. So next up, I would like to invite the CEO of AstaZero, Peter Janevik, to the stage.
Thank you very much, Jacob. I'm really honored to be standing in front of such a distinguished audience, and not to mention the co-speakers today. And my name is Peter Janevik. I'm the CEO of AstaZero. And you can ask yourself, what is AstaZero? Well, from an organizational point of view, it's a neutral and open test environment. We're not for profit, and we're owned by the Research Institutes of Sweden, RISE. That is actually very important for today's event, but I'll get back to that. Though we are neutral and open, we can have partners, for instance, when we have a much closer collaboration that we would with the ordinary customer. And with Volvo Autonomous Solution today, I think that's a very good example, because that's what's been leading up to this event. Volvo Autonomous Solutions, they have the testing need, the need to develop vehicles and systems in which the vehicles operate. And we have the neutral and open proving ground where the systems can be tested and validated. So what kind of test environment is AstaZero? Well, we're not your classical proving ground. If you think about cars driving around with screaming tires, skidding manically on high-speed ovals and the like, or for that matter, durability testing and checking how long lifespan vehicles have. We don't have anything of that here. We're all about the future safety and automation of the transport system. So you'd find vehicles testing active safety systems, systems that try to save people by avoiding collisions or avoiding running off the road. And of course, today also the automated vehicles. We want to help academia and the industry and society as a whole to accelerate the transition to the automated, safe, and sustainable transport system of tomorrow. And I think Niels made a very good point illustrating how important the testing phase is in this context, because it's new technology, it's new ground. We're breaking new ground here today with a new proving ground part, but it's also a new technology domain that has to be proven safe, productive, and sustainable. So in this context, why is the generic site such an important step? Well, one very, very important thing is that on the generic site, the vehicle can perform its missions. For a closed environment, it's very important that the vehicle can operate together with its other neighboring systems, like loading, offloading, charging, and for that matter, the energy balance behind the charger, mission control, mission optimization, and of course, system integration. Because the systems go beyond the automated vehicle now. They go into the environment with the various cameras, the chargers like I mentioned, and so on. And this also allows for optimization of the whole system when we go towards higher efficiency and safety and sustainability. From elephant to ant, Nils mentioned, and this is a very good example, I think, what we will see for closed environments. But actually proving and testing that it works is crucial to be able to do this, and that can be done at the generic site. Of course, we know that this will benefit Volvo autonomous solution, but there's actually also a whole ecosystem around the vehicles in this context. The automated charger also has to interface with the vehicle. So there's a company doing automated chargers that need to be able to do the testing as well. Perhaps surveillance cameras, detection of hindrances on the road in the site, and so on. So there will be a whole ecosystem of other actors involved here as well, all the way from academia to small companies to big companies. So when it comes to mission testing and complete system testing, this is a first and very important step in the evolution of AstaZero. We're now a system test bed. And with that, I'd like to thank you all again. And of course, hand the word back to Jacob. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter, for sharing your thoughts on the importance of building an ecosystem for autonomous testing in the future and how this test facility is significant for the evolution of AstaZero. Next up, we have Helene Eliasson, President of the Regional Board of Västra Götaland. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Helene.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to attend your inauguration of this new area for autonomous solutions. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of successful and international companies for Västra Götaland. Successful companies and development centers that are leaders in their industry. It really puts Västra Götaland not only on the European map, but on the international map, and symbolizes development, sustainable growth, and faith in the future. I'm the president of the Regional Executive Board in the region of Västra Götaland, which means that I have the task of working for the good life of the residents who live here and assuring access to a meaningful life and good welfare. I can't do that on my own. A competitive and sustainable society requires collaboration between the public and the private sector. It requires a collaboration and a mutual understanding of how one creates conditions for another. A world-leading company such as Volvo is a very important player and contributes strongly to us in the public sector being able to fulfill our mission. And therefore, it is important that we also do our part. We must continue to take responsibility and contributing to good conditions for research, education, development, and innovation. We do this through our regional work, where in our regional strategy, we point out the challenges we are facing and we drive the development forward through the strategy. And by doing so, facilitate active collaboration and cross-sectoral partnerships. We have a long history of working together in collaborations. Electric City and Volvo's electrified buses are one good example. Together we can ensure Västra Götaland sets an example in the transition to a sustainable and competitive society. The key to creating a region that is competitive and appealing in the long term is our ability to make an innovative transition with within a range of areas. To achieve this, we need to be robust and cohesive. In a robust region, all the actors in the society can cope better with both known and unforeseen challenges and transform them into possibilities. Based on the global challenges, it's also important to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and strive toward become fossil independent. With reduced emissions from production, we are accelerating the transition toward climate neutrality and sets our region in a great position to meet future competition. On this point, we also know the industries of our region are forerunners. To achieve robustness and becoming a fossil independent region are two important tasks. An example of what I spoke of earlier on this topic of collaboration and a mutual understanding of how one creates conditions for the other. For example, we know that the new establishments and investments that require new skills must ensure that there is the right workforce. That's why a great priority in our regional development strategy is to developing competences and providing skills, because we know knowledge and expertise is essentially for society and industry. This will always be a great importance to us so that we can ensure the conditions for reinforcing innovations and a competitive industrial sector that is consistently at the forefront. We are also aware that the demand for fossil-free energy and electricity is increasing sharply in line with the transition to sustainable productions. Electrification of industry and the transport sector is an important part of the task of mitigating our impact on climate. At the same time, it represents one of the greatest industrial transitions in our time. We sincerely hope that our long-term commitment in these matters has contributed to this, and we sincerely hope that we can continue to create good conditions for industry to feel secure in continuing to invest in our region. This new area for autonomous solutions does really put Västra Götaland on the map, and we are happy and honored that Västra Götaland is chosen for this. And I'm very proud here with you today on this inauguration, and I hope our Norwegian friends will find this day as interesting as I do. I'm looking forward to follow your work that Volvo Autonomous Solutions will achieve here. Let's continue to create good conditions for each other's missions and ambitions. Together, we will ensure Västra Götaland sets an example in the transition to a sustainable and competitive society. Thank you.
Thank you, Helene. And I'll ask you to stay. And I also welcome Niels, Sigbjörn, and Peter up to the stage so we can start the ribbon cutting ceremony. If you want to take photos, now's the time. Great. Helene, do the honors, please. And just like that, the Volvo Autonomous Solutions test facility at AstaZero is officially open. Thank you, Helene, Niels, Sigbjörn, and Peter for doing us the honor. And thank you to those of us who joined us from LinkedIn Live.